Around Portman Road right now, there's a reminder of what football is supposed to be for. Ipswich Town is a good-sized club with a proud history of trophies, enjoying an excitement they haven't felt in 2 decades. There's a chance, there's hope. If they get even a draw at home to Huddersfield Town on Saturday afternoon, Ipswich will have won promotion to the top tier for the first time in 22 years. It's made all the more exciting by some of the classic elements that come with days like this. Ian McKenna's team can't afford to think about any of that. You have to block that out and ignore it, Captain Sam Morsey told BBC This Week after the 2-1 win over Coventry City. It's not our job to get excited. Our job is to come down, to relax and recover. Many others might feel they need the same by Saturday evening, and that's just those watching on television. Ipswich's game is one of 7 that has something on the line, that make up over half the fixtures on the Championship's final day of the season. 2 of those fixtures see teams going at it while aiming for completely contrasting objectives, with relegation-threatened Plymouth Argyle and Birmingham City facing playoff-chasing Hull City and Norwich City, respectively. They in turn form 10 teams with something to play for on the day. It is, as is almost always the case, a lot more vitality than you would get in the Premier League. Some in the top tier have even lamented that Arsenal's title race game against Bournemouth is on at the same time. The Premier League feels dependent on that match to keep excitement in the title race going. Many in the competition will still be making an exception this Saturday, and getting absorbed in the Championship. It's almost impossible not to if you've been watching any of it over the last few months or, really, the last few years. The chaotically congested nature of the division means there is always so much to play for up and down the table, with good teams crashing into each other for matches that rise into mayhem. The promotion race alone has seen 8 matches featuring at least 4 goals each since the start of April. 5 of those have involved both sides scoring at least twice, with perhaps the pick of the games being Leeds United's 4-3 away win over Middlesbrough. During one of those games, a Championship executive who has worked on the continent enthused about how this is what English football actually is. Everyone can beat everyone, with most of those teams being from distinguished clubs that aren't at the global size to be disconnected from fervent communities. There are some really strong sustainable outfits such as Millwall and Rotherham. It goes even further, since so many of these clubs are among the last remaining social hubs in their towns. There's also no VAR. That kind of connection may go beyond England, or a simplistic argument over how it is purer.